Who's had sex? Seems fun. Sounds like a good time, honestly. I've read stories. Oh man, that's true. I'm a Christian and a virgin, so it's like I'm saving it. Yeah, thank you. That's fine. I mean, maybe tonight. I'll take you home and tuck you in. I don't know. Oh man, so I'm Christian and a virgin, and it's mostly on purpose. And I'm saving it for marriage, but like the way it's saved, like money in a mattress, like I'm saving it, but it's not like I'm getting any interest. That's a joke. I'm cute. Oh man. Dating has been so weird during the pandemic. This is true. Over the last year, I fell in love with a girl who happens to be black. What's up? I'm cool. It was very stressful because I didn't know that I could give her all the things she needed. This is true. On her Instagram story, I saw she posted, "I just love the smell of mahogany candles because it smells like a muscular black man going through my house fixing things." And I said, I can do 2 of those. The best I can do is show the muscular black man around the house. I didn't know that. Mahogany? Is that a thing? Like, that's a smell that's black? Like, that's like if I sprayed Axe air spray and I was like, it smells white in here. Or if a white guy lit a mahogany candle and we're like, it smells like Elvis in here. That is a deep cut. That's for nobody. I grew up white. The house we grew up in, we never said Jesus was white, but it was implied. It was weird, it was the type of house where, of course he wasn't. He was born in the Middle East, of course he wasn't white. Maybe the whitest thing he did was, enjoy hummus. I don't know. This is true. My best friend is black. Hold your applause. My best friend, he's a believer like me. He was trying to tell me that he thinks that Jesus was black, which I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but it makes sense because I've been waiting on him for a while. It's been 2,000 years, man. It's fun when people laugh at that, because when they do not, it is weird. Oh man, what a time. People think because I'm Christian, I'm I'm anti-sex or whatever, but I'm actually very sex positive, positive if you have it, you're going to hell. I've heard you guys clap before. No, it's crazy. This is true. This is literally an entire book of the Bible about sex. Look under your chairs for Bibles. I'm just the Oprah for the Gideon Bibles. We are in a hotel. Nobody's in a hotel. Okay. This is true. This is an entire book of the Bible about sex. Does anybody know what it is? Oh, nobody. Okay, we're going to Sunday school. Here we go. The book of the Song of Solomon is entirely about sex. And the craziest thing about that is it's written by King Solomon, who was rumored to have 700 wives, which is hilarious to me, because he wrote that about one of his wives. And I have to imagine at one point, one of them came up to him and was like, "Hey, when are you going to write a book about me?" And he's like, "Who are you?" That is true. He wrote he wrote this book, and he also wrote a book of wise sayings. He was regarded as one of the wisest men to ever walk the earth. He had 700 wives, which seems pretty dumb. Yeah, this is true. He was like one of the richest kings, and he married all these people, and then he married one wrong one, and he lost everything. And some guys that I'm here like, I think I know her. Yeah, it's great. So there's all these different interpretations of the Bible, you know? Like some people will read that and be like, okay, maybe I guess I should only have like one wife, you know? And then one guy in Utah heard that, and he was like, 700 wives sounds pretty cool. I'm Christian, but screw the Mormons, that's what I'm saying. I know I seem like I work at a Chick-fil-A. I'm like if a thank you wave came to life. People like to ask me, Zach, where did you go to homeschool? Yes. I wasn't homeschooled, just a big fan of my mommy. I love my mom a lot. I think she loves me too much. Recently, I moved to a new apartment, and she wanted to like help me decorate, which like I didn't think that would be a good idea, you know, because I feel like everyone would just come over and be like, Zach, is that a picture of your mom giving you a bath? And I'd be like, yeah. And they'd be like, okay, but why do you have a beard? Oh, that's just gross. What else can I tell you guys? I don't know. Pandemic's been a weird time. Who's vaccinated? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. A couple people half vaccinated. Sounds like. Oh, that's very fun. I love when they rolled out vaccines that to like build confidence in the vaccine. That they showed a bunch of videos of congressmen and women getting the vaccine. You know, the people that we all know and love. Congress. I thought that was hysterical. You know, like that's the idea of like, all right, we're bringing back the Ford Bronco. Guess who our spokesman's going to be? OJ. Oh, that's a bunch of killers. I thought I earned some points with you guys earlier, but not there. That's fine. Oh man, pandemic's been a tough time, man. Like trying to stay in shape. I was at the gym the other day. This is true. A guy came up to me and was like, "Hey man, I'm a personal trainer. I'm gonna lay this on you real quick. Cut out dairy." Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, you'll be back here in 30 days. You'll lose 15 pounds. You'll be thanking me." I said, "Okay, all right." And I made a decision right then and there. No more tight shirts at the gym. Like, can people just come up and comment on your body? Is this what it's like to be a woman? I don't. Too woke. Okay, that's good. We'll throw the new jokes in the middle here after we. I'll say I'm a Christian, but I'm kind of a bad boy. I'll drink a beer, guys. Just like one. I still want to be able to like pray for you or whatever. Not tonight though. When Lauren came up and was like, "Who was drinking?" I had a yogurt parfait. That is not a joke. My mouth is so dry from yogurt. I'm very wholesome. Let's get some peanut butter apples after this. But I'll drink every now and again, you know, which is crazy because my parents are not about this at all. Dave and Linda won't even order like a margarita pizza. Like they're not about it, which is crazy because that was literally Jesus' first miracle. John 2, if you have your Bible still out. John 2. They ran out of wine at this wedding and they came to Jesus. That was the first time anyone was ever like, "Jesus, take the wheel." And he was like, "Okay." And he went on a beer run. You know? Christian people will be the first to have like a dry wedding too. One of my buddies told me that. He was like, "Yeah, man, I think I'm gonna have like a dry wedding." And I wanted to tell him like, "Hey, man, what would Jesus do?" Probably not make people do the Cupid shuffle sober. Yeah. Some people don't know this. In modern translations, Jesus took that water and he turned it into White Claws. So that's right. One white person applauded for that. All right, that's right. That was the other part of CJ's set that made me sad, is when she made fun of White Claws. I was like, that's my culture. Oh man. So yeah, this is true. I got to the end of that joke one time, and someone from off stage shouted, "Yeah, I heard Jesus got hammered." I had to tell him, "No, that happened later." It's cool, guys. guys, he came back at the end. I don't know if you're ready. We're going to Bible study tonight. So I got a new job before the start of the pandemic. I work for a church. Who's surprised? I know. People are like, text the churches, and I'm like, please don't. That's my paycheck. But we probably should. Yeah, I do social media for a church. Tweeting for Jesus. What that means is that for sure at some point I have typed amen while sitting on a toilet. It's so dumb. It's kind of like doing PR for Jesus, which I've learned is kind of like doing PR for Kanye. If you think about it, because they're both like powerful, like mysterious beings who are both black. And this is a callback for one person. Yeah, the main difference though is that Kanye's music is good. It's very fun. So I didn't always used to do that job. This is true. I used to be a probation officer who has weed. I'm just kidding. I can tell. That's true. No one ever believes that I was a probation officer because I have a very like childlike quality about me. It just looks like someone asked me like, Zach, what's your favorite part of going to court? I'd be like, I don't know, recess? I had a bulletproof vest. It just looks like I got it like Osh Cops Bagosh. Oh man, they used to bully me. This is true. They used to call me Stuart Little. And you know what happens when a man with murder on his record calls you Stuart Little? That's just something he gets to do. That's what you do. Oh man, I hate that I'm about to say this. This is true. I tried to like be like cool one time, and I was like, hey guys, you know why they call me Stuart Little, right? Because I'm always getting that cheese. And I'm sorry that you had to hear this. You're like, you can actually go ahead and lock me up. I don't want to do this anymore. So, oh man, I'll tell you guys, this is true. So I did have to like arrest people in my office sometimes, which is weird because it looks like by looking at me, like I would tell you like, hey, you're under arrest, and you could just be like, no. Yeah, but this is true. So I was patting down this guy in my office one time, and I pulled out this like receipt filled with like this white powder from his pocket. And I go like, hey man, what is this? And he goes, I don't know. He blew it all over my office. And I was so mad because I had just vacuumed. And it was kind of my fault too, because I was like, hey man, make a wish. Like, so I was so mad, and my heart was going so fast. And I thought it was because of destruction of evidence. And later, I learned that was the first time I had ever tried cocaine. That's true. I learned later that it was cocaine mixed with heroin. Yeah, that's a weird will. Okay. It's fun. I asked one of my probationers, I was like, cocaine and heroin? Do those two things even go together? And he was like, I don't know. Does sugar and Kool-Aid go together? So I guess the answer I was looking for was, oh yeah. That whole thing for a pun. That's and is that how that's how we're gonna end it. Thank you guys so much. Love you.